Good evening. Good evening. So glad to have you all here tonight for our monthly breathwork practice. It is a feat to really make it here live each month, and I just want to commend everyone for taking the time to do that. It really does take a lot of intention to carve out this time for yourself, and it can easily fall by the wayside or be put on the back burner. So I just want to take a moment to just drop into that level of intention and appreciate yourself for that, for taking this time for you. All right, so we're going to be working on the topic of releasing and relieving stress this evening. And this is a beautiful practice because this is a simple breath pattern that we're going to be practicing, but it's very powerful in just helping us ground, helping us to kind of slough off all of that accumulated stress that we might have picked up for who knows how long. The week that we've had, the last month, the last few years, even, right? Like there's all these kind of layers of stress that might be living in our bodies and accumulating in our bodies. And sometimes we might just be carrying that around and we might not really realize that. And all of a sudden, we might feel just not ourselves or just really out of alignment with who we are, just incredibly heavy, right? And so, this is our opportunity to set that intention to kind of melt all of those layers off of us and to come out of this experience feeling a little bit more grounded, a little bit lighter, a little bit easy about everything that we're experiencing in this life, because it can be a lot, it can be heavy, it can be just many, many things, very complex, right? All right, so if you are laying down already, perfect. And I want you to just see if you can get even more comfortable. Shift your body, roll your shoulders back a little bit. See if there's any place of tension or discomfort that might need a little bit more attention. And as you get even more comfortable here, I want you to just become a little bit more acquainted with where you are this evening. Just getting comfortable here, dropping into your body, placing your hands on your body, maybe on your belly, on your chest. And we're just going to get a little bit deeper into your space. And the practice that we are going to be using tonight, our breath pattern, is a very simple one. It's non-activating, it's a relaxing breath pattern in and out through your mouth. So, what it's going to look like is basically inhaling like you were sipping through a straw. Okay, so we're inhaling like we're sipping through a straw, and then we're gonna exhale like we're blowing out a candle. Very slow and deep inhale and exhale. And I've realized when I am looking back on these recordings sometimes that the sound when I'm practicing the breath pattern is a little bit strange. It doesn't really translate in the same way because the Zoom is always trying to like mute the external noises, which is great, but sometimes the breath sounds strange. So just keep that in mind when I'm showing you the pattern for this evening. Hi, Keetangeli. I hope I'm saying your name right. Welcome. We're just getting started. We're just making our little nest. We are getting comfortable in whatever space you are in, whether that's sitting up or laying down. This is the practice of relieving and releasing stress this evening, so it's probably might be a little bit more conducive if you are laying down. So I'm introducing our breath pattern. And again, we are inhaling like we're sipping through a straw. So kind of like, and then exhaling like we are blowing out a candle like this. Breathing in and breathing out. So you're really having pursed lips almost the whole time. All right, so visualizing your breath coming in like you're breathing through a straw, and then exhaling like you're blowing out a candle. And it's going to be long, deep, kind of soothing breaths here. Okay, it's because again, this is a non-activating breath pattern. So we're just going to play with that a little bit. Okay, that breathing in all the way to the top and breathing out. Good. And you can even imagine here like your breath is kind of traveling right on the center of your tongue. So you're kind of feeling that tunnel of air in and out. Okay. And if at any time this becomes uncomfortable or maybe you need to slow it down even more, you need to take a break, that's fine. Just know you can always drop into your regular breath. You can come back to it whenever you'd like. And, just know like the more you can stick with it and kind of drop into this rhythmic pattern, the more your body can follow suit and just drop into this stress release opportunity. Okay. So, wherever you are right now, we're continuing to get comfortable. We're continuing to soften into the space that you're in. I want you to roll your shoulders back. Any place of tension or constriction that you might notice, just go ahead and breathe into that. And you're just breathing normally here. You just know your normal breath pattern. And I'll be cueing you along the way as to when to start our pattern and when to release it. And we're going to pair our breath pattern with a little bit of muscle relaxation, progressive muscle relaxation. And this is going to help signal to your body to release all of the stress that might be held in different areas, especially within our hips, our abdomen, our heart space. And so when we focus on this area, these different areas of the body, we're going to tighten up, tighten, constricting those areas, and then we're going to let them go completely, just breathing it all out. And this is going to help to signal that polyvagal response, that parasympathetic response that we're looking for, to help really just release all of those layers of stress, all of those that accumulated ickiness that we no longer need to hold on to, that we are intentionally releasing and melting out of our bodies. So as you are just breathing normally here and dropping into your body, we're going to have the intention to just let any thoughts that arise, we're just going to let them float along. We're not going to get caught up into the kind of judgments or resistance or worries that might be associated with these thoughts. We're going to release all of that and just stick to our present moment. We're sticking to our intention of relieving stress this evening. I am grounded. I am calm. Softening your hands, softening your toes, letting yourself just melt completely into the surface that you're on. We're going to go ahead and start our breath pattern here. Inhaling through pursed lips like you're sucking through a straw. And breathing out like you're blowing out a candle. The deeper you go and the longer your breath, the more calming it is. And just circulating this breath here, giving yourself a few moments to go a little bit deeper, just grounding into it. Just feeling a little bit more comfortable as you drop into this pattern. And we're going to visualize your breath circulating throughout your entire body, moving all the way to your toes and traveling all the way up to the crown of your head. Sticking with that pattern. You're doing great. Stay with it. And as we breathe, we're going to just go ahead and tense different areas of our muscles for the count of 5. And then we'll do a second round to the count of 10. So focusing in on our feet, I want you to just go ahead and squeeze your feet to the count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release. Keeping that breath going. And we're going to go ahead and squeeze again to the count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Relax, release your feet. breathing here, feeling all that tension in your feet melting away. And even if you didn't notice any tension to begin with, just feeling how lighter they might be. And we're going to move up to your calves, to your lower legs here. And we're going to squeeze into the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release. Keeping that breath going. And one more time, we're going to squeeze your lower legs to the count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Relax. Circulating that breath. Breathing that pattern into your calves here. And with each inhale and exhale, that energy is swirling into your lower legs, moving back out through your mouth. That's it. Keep it going. We're going to move into our upper legs now, drawing your attention to your upper legs, your quads, your hamstrings, and going ahead and tightening here, squeezing those legs to the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release, release, soften, circulating that breath. Dropping into the body. And we're going to go ahead and do that one more time to the count of 10, squeezing your upper legs here. Squeeze, squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Relax. Let it all out. Staying with it, circulating that breath, breathing into your upper legs here. Good, beautiful. Keep it going, sticking with that pattern as much as you can. And we're going to bring your attention now to your stomach and also to your glutes, kind of this sacral chakra region, your hips, your core. We're going to squeeze here to the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And release. Soften into the surface that you're on. Dropping into your body. Circulating your breath. And again to the count of 10. Squeezing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Relax. Release. Feeling any constriction, any lingering tension just melting off of your body. Letting it all out here, letting it just drain into the earth. Letting the earth transmute it into fertilizer. Into energy. Staying with your breath pattern, breathing in and out. And we're going to move into your chest here, and tightening here might feel a little bit strange, but we're going to do our best. Squeezing our chest area to the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and release. Softening here, letting your chest drop. Breathing into this space, just swirling that air around, letting it circulate. And again, to the count of 10, we're going to tighten our chest. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Relax. Breathing in, breathing out. Keeping that pattern going. Sipping in, blowing out. Allowing all of that stress to melt out of your body. All of that stress is draining out of every one of your cells. That's it. Keep it going. We're going to move into your shoulders. And breathing here, we're going to squeeze, squeeze, squeeze into your shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Relax. Breathing into your shoulders, letting that breath pattern circulate around. This is an area we hold a lot of tension. So one more time to the count of 10, giving ourselves a little more time, squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Relax. Releasing completely here, really sinking into that release. Letting that breath swirl around, letting it circulate. Really allow yourself to melt into the surface that you're on. We're going to to take one more round in this area because there's sometimes a lot to work through. One more time. We're going to scrunch your shoulders all the way up to your ears. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Relax. Letting yourself soften, melting onto your surface here. Letting it all drain out of you. Keep that breath going a little bit longer. You're doing great. Anytime you might be pulled away in thought or distracted, just draw your attention back to this process. Draw your attention back to this breath pattern. And we're going to move now into your face, into all of those muscles of your face. And not worrying about what this might look like, because it might look a little crazy. We're not going to worry about that. We're going to relax. We're going to stick with our breath pattern of sipping in and blowing out and squeezing all of those face muscles. Squeeze it out. And we're going to breathe here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Relax. Let your face relax. Let all of those muscles soften. And one more time to the count of 10. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Relax, relax. Breathing here, letting your face soften, letting it feel slack. All of that tension draining out of your face. Letting that space between your eyebrows, your jawline, letting them just relax completely. And now we're going to turn our attention to our entire body here. We're going to go ahead and squeeze our entire body from the crown of your head to the tips of your toes. To the count of 5, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Release. Circulating that breath. Let that breath move throughout your entire body here, scanning from your toes all the way up to the crown of your head. Beautiful work. Keep it going. One more time to the count of 10, squeezing your entire body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Relax. Release. imagine that your body is a melting candle, that you are just breathing here, you are softening, you are melting. Keeping that breath going just a little bit more, sipping in, blowing out. Letting your body respond to this sacred time that you have carved out. Letting all of that accumulated stress, all of that gunk you no longer need, just letting it melt out of your body, out of all of your cells, out of every fiber of your being. Few more moments with this breath pattern. You're doing so good. Stay with it. And as you are fully relaxing here, if you're noticing any areas of tension, any constriction that might have popped up in your hips, in your glutes, in your core, in your shoulders, breathing into that, circulating that breath in those areas, letting it soften even more, letting your breath really work its magic here. You are allowing your parasympathetic nervous system to really take hold here, to really spark that rest and digest functioning. This time to become present with your breath and body. Knowing that you are safe in this moment, that you are held in this moment. And going ahead and releasing your breath pattern now, just coming back to your regular breath. Just breathing normally. Keeping your eyes closed. Inhaling through your nose. And sighing it out. Doing that for a few moments, inhaling through your nose and sighing it out. Just exhaling whatever sounds need to emerge, whatever emoting might need to be released here. Letting it out. And just following whatever feels most appropriate for you right now. That might mean rolling over to one side. It might mean hugging yourself, connecting to whatever feels good for you, whatever feels best. And just taking notice of anything that might have shifted, anything that is coming up within your body. knowing that it's safe to be here, that it's safe to let go, that it's safe to release what is no longer working for us, what we're ready to let go of. And we're going to reflect back on our intention now of releasing and relieving stress, of feeling calm, of feeling grounded. And just breathing into those intentions. And just knowing that even if you did feel distracted, even if you are still noticing some remnants of stress or constriction, that's okay. Your body is benefiting from this time, from this space of presence, of connecting with your breath, no matter what. That there's always some connection with yourself that is happening. Just going ahead and gently wiggling your fingers and toes, giving yourself a little stretch. Opening up your chest, breathing into your body. And taking your time coming back into your day, into your evening. There's no need to turn off your camera or log out or anything. Just be gentle, be easy with yourself. This practice will just close out automatically. And make sure you drink a lot of water tonight. Be as gentle as you can. Maybe take a walk. Go to bed a little bit earlier. Monitor your screen time, all of those things that help to anchor in this practice even more deeply. And I want you to just take one brief moment, place your hands on your heart, give yourself a message of thanks for showing up for yourself, for taking this time, for sharing in this practice with one another. I am so thankful you all are here. Thank you for taking this time and practicing along with me.